It's a collector on the corner.
And Debbie.
And Debbie. What I was doing today, I was messing with the H radiator a little bit. And in this bottom pipe, there's hoses on it.
Oh, that looks good.
Probably original from in the 40s.
Well, it looks pretty good.
These pipes are kind of compromised and rusted.
Hold it still.
So what I did.
Yes. What did you do?
This here's worse.
Oh.
She's got a hole in it.
Jeepers creepers.
I found me some automotive hose.
Uh-huh.
Got a little curve in it.
Uh-huh.
So I can put a clamp back here past that rusted spot.
Uh-huh.
Clean that up real good. Then I'll put that together with some Permatex. Then I've got to glue these ends back on, solder them back on.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's real beautiful.
You know what I recommend?
What?
Tossing it.
Yeah. My girl, she gripes about me getting stuff.
Uh-huh.
Then she comes home.
Yes.
She brought me a real nice little Homelite. That's not one of them Polands or and this deal here, whatever it is, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a Craftsman. I'll look it up on the internet and figure out what it's for. But I think that's a diamond blade on there, a cutting blade.
Well, if it is, I'll put it on my finger.
Oh, okay. And y'all heard vulcanizing tires?
Yeah, I have.
I got a poor man's way of doing a vulcanizing job, and I'm gonna show you right here.
All righty, let me get where I can see.
This old tire.
Yeah.
It's one that was on that H when I got it.
Yeah.
And I done
Oh.
glued and vulcanized that part back on, but I've got a place right here.
Oh. Yes, I see it.
Well, I got this grinding drum on a drill.
Ha ha. Probably
I put my extension cord in.
Oh dear.
I unplugged it for some reason.
Well, probably because it's got all them brakes in it. I think you better vulcanize the whole thing.
What?
You better vulcanize the whole thing.
Yeah, well, actually the inside of this tire ain't bad.
The inside. Hey, you're chewing the tire up.
Yeah, I'm cutting that old split rubber open.
Oh.
See that split rubber?
Yeah.
I cut it open.
Yeah.
And we got a little more grinding to do right there.
Now, if you caught me out here doing that to your tires, you'd probably holler at me.
What I got here.
Is a glue.
I got a hot glue gun.
Yep. It ain't mine, so he must have bought his own.
Yeah, I got one.
Whoa, that's fancier than mine.
I bought that at auction.
Yep. Oh, and the iron.
And I got an iron.
Well, when I need some clothes ironed, I know who I need to bring it to.
Anyway, I mounted this tire up.
Yeah?
And I've been working on some 24s and my tubes keep going flat. One of them don't. I can't find the leaks.
He can't hear it worth a doodly, so...
No. I put soapy water on them, this and that, but I got one tube holding air, but that one went flat. And there's another, that nose went flat. But it's not even 24 inch
Okay,
tube.
do you have to wait and talk while that
Well, a
cools off?
24 inch tube. Have y'all ever seen a rotten inner tube?
Yeah, I have.
Here's a rotten inner tube.
Boy, that looks like the agony of defeat. Whoa, Nellie, are you...
You think that ain't good for anything?
No, it ain't good for nothing.
Yeah. Think that's good for nothing?
Yes, I'd... maybe you make a Halloween mask out of it. Some kind of creepy thing like that. go around his inner tube, man.
What you do with that?
What do you do with that? Oh, please.
Spray a little of this liquid. Rub stuff.
Rub-O-Matic? Rubber cleaner?
Yep. And clean that up.
Oh, and then what happens? It brings it back to life?
No. That don't bring it back to life.
Oh, because I was going to say, I'll have
What
to
I'm gonna do,
find
my
some
glue
for
gun
wrinkles.
taut enough. I think it might be. Still plugged in?
Oh, there it comes. It's probably not hot enough. Because as a glue gun expert, which I'm not, that don't look very runny. I think you're force feeding it, darling.
It don't matter.
It don't matter? It don't matter to me.
You get that hot glue on your fingers, it don't take long to feel of it.
Well, that's what you put on your fingertips when you're fixing to go get fingerprinted or something like that, ain't it?
Yeah. I guess.
Well, that's better than burning your fingertips off.
Okay. We'll put some across there too. Where this crack is.
Why don't I just go get you a black magic marker?
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna take that old piece of rubber I had.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tear a little bit of it off.
Well, good grief.
I'm gonna lay it right there.
Uh-huh. No, you're not. Your glue done hardened.
Oh yeah, that glue gets hard fast.
Sorry, people, but I'm laughing at this bozo. Well, I ain't gonna have your arm. I think it's stuck to the bottom of your arm.
Mm-hmm.
You're having bad luck, mister.
No.
Oh, yes, you are.
There it goes.
Oh, is it starting to vulcanize now? Wouldn't a fire be quicker?
See it smoking?
Yes, I see it smoking.
It's cooking that old.
Cooking that old
Rubber.
inner tube.
Yeah.
God,
Tube rubber.
it still looks disgusting.
I got some more I've cleaned up.
I know. Oh, look at it sizzling. He's cooking bacon.
Sizzling fried, huh?
I could have made it look like that.
I got this iron at the auction too. It's a good one.
I see it. It's every man needs an iron.
I've made toast on an iron before.
I imagine you have.
I want
Don't
some-
forget to put cheese in the middle and have a cheese sandwich.
You probably could. But I've laid toast on the iron. When the toaster, we didn't have a toaster and I wanted some toast. I just laid on the iron.
Why didn't you put it in a pan with some butter?
I just thought, well, that ought to make toast.
Oh, oh, Randy. Mr. Invention, you're not.
But what it is,
Yeah, I see what it is.
that inner tube is breaking down and it's turning back where it came from.
I see it's turning into
It
something.
started out live as live rubber.
Uh-huh. And now
And eventually it'll return.
it's to the ground.
Everything got a shelf life.
Oh my gosh. I just think it looks, I don't know. It looks like a mess.
Looks terrible, don't it?
Yes, it does.
But it's better than that crack being in that
Yes,
tire.
it is better than that crack. If you say so. Can you get an inner tube that's not that nasty and do it with a little bit better inner tube?
Well, no,
No, it has to be rotten.
that old rotten inner tube. See what I'm doing?
I know, pressing it in the hole and. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
I think that's a real.
Rotten rubber. Okay.
Yeah, when I pulled that inner tube out of that tire, I said, man, there's something I ain't had in a long time. It's a good quantity of rotten rubber. I've made it before. I'll take old inner tubes and cut it up in little bitty pieces and stick it in a jar with some gasoline in it. And let that gasoline work on it. It'll finally get all gummy and sticky like this. Here it is.
Well, if I'd known you was in the mood for rotten tires, I could have went and at least looked for some for you.
Anyway, I was fixing the flaps.
Okay.
I just blew off my teeth.
Gotta watch where you walk out here. So now you're using this for a table too?
Yes. It's got 25%.
Well, you better order some.
I ain't had it on in days,
Just
and I
'cause
ain't bought
it's-
anymore.
Just because it's a pretty day don't mean it's going to be this way forever.
I'm like my daddy.
I know you are like your
Every
dad.
year, they come a little warm up like this in February.
He's
or
like,
whatever, and my dad would say, winter's over.
I know.
The grass will start growing pretty soon, and I'll get to not have to feed and hay.
Yeah.
Every year he'd say that.
Yeah.
Winter's over.
Every
We're gonna have early spring.
couple of days he'd say that. Well, every warm day he would say.
One year he said that in February. In March the 18th, they come with snow, and I come down this road right here, and there was 14 inches of snow in the road. And I went over and fed his cows because I knowed he wasn't going to get out of the house and do it. And we didn't have anything that'd go except a four-wheel drive International Scout.
With no top on it.
I took the top off of it, and the title was messed up on it. It was all filled out, and I couldn't do that on the title. And I had insurance on it, but I didn't have no license on it because that title was messed up. And I got a hold of the last guy that had driven that thing and licensed and insured it. And I got him to fill out an application for lost title. And it was going to have to come back to his house. And then he was going to have to bring it to me and sign over to me and me go down by insurance and put a license on it. So I didn't have no license on it. And we were going up through, me and my oldest boy, and it snowed in this thing. There's 14 inches of snow in this old Scout. And we tromped the snow down. And that thing had a four-cylinder and a high and low range in it. And had two no-spin rear ends. The front differential, rear differential were both no-spins. And we took off down through there and turned the heater on. No top, cold. That snow had packed the ice, and we come down through here. And
Why didn't you make you like an igloo top over it?
pushing that snow. And we got on up there to my mom and dad's driveway up there, and the snow plows had come by once, and they pushed a big bank of snow up into their driveway, and there was a big ridge in the center.
Yeah.
You couldn't get over. And we met a deputy right up there by my mom and dad's road, and that sucker throwed them lights on. And I just kept on going. I turned on in to mom and dad's, and I had to jump them two ridges. And that deputy, he was down there, and he couldn't turn around and come after me. He seen where I went. But I didn't stop. And I went on down to mom and dad's and fed them cows and come back. And I went over to Raven Den Springs. I had some cows over there. I went over there. Old Jim Hackworth told me, he said, "That come over the scanner about you driving around an old Jeep with no license and insurance and all that." And I said, "I got insurance, I just ain't got no tags on it because I can't buy them yet. I'm going to put some on it." So I come back and I called that sheriff's department down there. And I said, "What was he wanting?" "Well, blah, blah." And I said, "I didn't stop because I didn't hear no siren." I said, "You ain't got to stop for blue lights." I said, "Blue lights and a siren, then you got to stop. If you don't hear that siren, you ain't got to stop." I said, "He didn't throw on a siren." And they argued with me a little bit. I went down there a day or two later and I showed him I had the insurance on that thing. And I should have kept them. I had two of them. And them things would climb like a billy goat. Boy, that one would. One never did run. But it'd climb like a billy goat. And it wasn't as wide as most four-wheel drives. You could go where other four-wheel drives had ruts. You let one set of wheels fall off in their ruts and the other ones was high and it'd be like that on an angle. But that thing would just idle along in low range. Just pull like a... It's good. I wish I hadn't sold it, but I sold it. That's one of the very few things I've owned that I wish I hadn't got rid of.
Really?
I still got that Debbie, though.
Oh.
See, she goes and brings me junk. Now I gotta get on the internet and figure out what in the world
I
that
brought
is.
you that junk, but Zach bought you the thing for the chainsaw box.
Oh, okay.
Remember, I told you, you just forgot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, she brought it in to me.
Old timers.
And she brought me a box full of plunder there. There's all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, goodies. From
Debbie's home for a few days.
For a few days.
But our kids is up there living with their daddy up at Hardy, and Debbie's got to be up there when he goes to work. She's got to be there when they get off the bus, and she's got to be there on Saturdays and Sundays because there ain't nobody to watch them.
I told Zach to take them to work, but he won't do it. You know, pretend like it's take your kids to work day.
I think any babysitter would give up on them at about
Well, they'd have to stay till after 10 at night.
Yeah.
And
It's just one of them deals. It'd cost more for him to hire child care for 4 kids than what he earns working.
No, yeah.
So Debbie ain't here to make videos a lot.
Yeah.
But we'll make 2 or 3 of them here in a row. Make one tomorrow. Oh, I got something I was going to show.
Okay.
I'm watching YouTube the other night. And there's an old boy on there.
Yes,
in Oklahoma, he's going to auctions. I like auction videos. And he title on there's a Pontiac, something about a Pontiac. So I was watching that video, and there's a Pontiac car, or a 2-door car he wanted, about a 69 or something. It's pretty rusty. And he bid up $2,500 on that old car, but he didn't buy it. Sold $25.50. He said he'd made up his mind $25 was his limit. Then he turns around, he buys one of them Jeeps. You know. Open the hood, there's no motor in it. And he said, "Man, that old Jeep would be all right if you put a Pontiac motor in there," you know, and he was just kidding. But what I want to tell him, a lot of them Jeeps, if they got a 3-speed in them, they got a Warner transmission. It's the same as a Ford. It's the same as a Ford Warner. And it's got a big flange bellhousing on it. But it's got 8 bolt holes in it. 4 of them little pattern, 4 of them the big pattern for Ford. Now, a lot of people don't realize it, but Pontiacs.
Yes.
If you've got a 3-speed
60 Pontiac Catalina.
If you got a 3-speed transmission and a 65, 66, 67 Pontiac,
66 Chevrolet
3-speed
pickup
on the
truck.
floor, you got a Ford Warner transmission just like in a Ford Mustang. Same transmission.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And these Bellhousings, see, I've got it sitting on here, and it lines up with these 4 little holes.
Okay.
This is an old 57 Ford transmission.
Wow.
The grease is leaking out too.
Oh, be careful. You might
But see,
break it. And then you'll have to do that
There's the Ford pattern.
gumming it up.
But if you look,
Yes, I'm looking.
this is the GM pattern.
Ah, if you say so.
So if he's got him a Pontiac, he buys it, gets him one of these Pontiac Bellhousings like this.
Uh-huh.
That will bolt to that transmission that's in that Jeep he bought.
Yes.
That'll bolt to it. And all he's got to do is have the right Pontiac stick flywheel and take the clutch fork out of that Jeep and put in this here.
Mm-hmm.
And use Pontiac pressure plate, throttle bearing and all that. And it bolts in there. All they have to do is make his side front motor mounts.
Okie
But the rear
dokie.
motor mounts on the transmission.
Well,
But he can bolt that. He can almost bolt that.
golly,
Anyway.
cheers. That oil stinks too.
I've subscribed to his channel there. He
Uh-huh.
does auction videos and this and that.
You know what Randy does when he doesn't get to go to an auction? He watches an auction video.
Well,
You know, if I don't do dishes, I don't watch a washing dishes video.
yesterday
You're a dingbat. Oh, sorry. You're my sweet husband.
yesterday was the day of the annual
Yeah?
Greene County Tech
Yeah?
FFA auction.
Yes'm.
They've been having that for,
Ever since you were little.
well, I don't know, but when we first got married, I'd been going to it 50 years.
Yeah.
And I got on Auction Zip and didn't see nothing. Then I got on Google and I checked it out. Had some outfit named Witcher Auctions do an auction this year. Different person.
Yep.
And all the large items, they was going to be live.
They were going to do...
Live auction.
Oh, live auction.
Live and online, both.
Oh.
For the big stuff, tractors and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
All the smalls was going to be online only.
Ah.
Then they put on there a $30 minimum bid.
Holy
And if
moly.
something didn't bring $30, if your item only brought 20, you wasn't going to owe them 10, but they was going to take the whole 20. You just donated it.
Oh, shoot the dog. That's wrong.
Me,
Yeah, I know you.
I actually go to auctions for the smalls.
Small.
Chainsaw, $5, $10 chainsaw, if I can get it for that, and I
Yeah.
bought them.
Yep 'em. Yeah.
A lot of stuff you buy, the small stuff, if you buy it right, it's real easy to do just a little bit to it, put it on Facebook and double your money. Anytime you can double your money.
Okay, can I ask you, when do you do that?
I've did it a lot of times.
Yeah, but you haven't done it recently.
Not recently. But they just run that auction.
Well,
The big stuff, you ain't gonna get no bargains on that big stuff anyway, because all them guys that bring tractors and equipment and stuff to them sort of sales, them consignment auctions, I call them tractor jockeys.
Yep.
And they're all buddies with each other.
Yep.
And they set their stuff out there and they have their buddy bid on it. And they jack the price up. And they're hoping some other dummy that's not one of them will buy it.
Are you that dummy?
No. No, what you got to do is do like that guy did. That
Just
I watched
walk
that
away?
video.
Just-
He looked that car over and he made up his mind how far he would go. And when he got to his limit, he quit.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
the only way
You
you
do
can
that.
do it if you need something. But if you're looking for something at a bargain, you're not going to find no bargains at these FFA auctions and stuff, because they've turned into equipment jockeys auctions. They bid on each other's stuff, and if there's any bargains, they're going to buy them
Well,
themselves.
that's how Pocahontas FFA auction was.
Yeah. Now, that last year, the first time I went to it, that Piggott FFA auction, and it wasn't a tractor jockey auction. It was. I bought a truckload of stuff, I'm still running. I'm still running tires that I bought at that auction for like $5 a piece.
Yay.
Mounted on rims already.
Yay.
That fit my truck. You know, I bought 4 tires for $20, round on chrome wheels.
You should have got me some 17s for my little Dodge Neon. I
It
could
ain't
really.
17s, it's 14s.
I wanted to raise it up.
Well, I got some 17s around here. I don't know how you can get them on there, but I guess you could take a can opener and cut your fender wells out.
That's
a
right.
little bit.
Just
But
or
anyway-
extend the axle out.
But there's that multi-pattern Pontiac Bellhousing. They call that B.O.B. Bellhousing. Bob. Buick, Olds, Pontiac all have the same pattern on the back.
Olds, and Pontiac.
But that will fit a 1965 and up.
A 1965.
65 was the year that Pontiac went to the starter that bolted to the block.
Okay.
64 it bolted to the Bellhousing. From 55 to 64 it bolted to the Bellhousing.
Okie dokie.
But anyway, a 4-speed will fit on that, a Ford 4-speed or a Chevy 4-speed. Them 3-speeds, the old 3-speeds or the newer full synchro 3-speeds, all fit that Bellhousing.
Well, that's wonderful.
But that guy can, if he can source one of them Bellhousings, they're rare as hen's teeth.
Wow.
I just happen to have 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
There's one on the back of that 400 motor that's right over there under the canopy.
Okay.
It's on a little trailer. It was a power unit on LP. They was using to pull a rice pump, and I bought it at auction for $85. I ain't heard it run since auction day. I need to put a carburetor on and fire it up one of these days. That's been sitting there all
I see you
years.
cleaned in the yard. Look, I see.
I have moved some stuff. There's an empty hole right up there. Well, tractor's back in.
What auction are you planning on going to?
Oh, to fill them holes up.
I know
I
you.
ain't seen none. I looked on
Yay!
auction. I just ain't seen any.
I've called them and told them, don't you put any on here for Randall.
There's 3 or 4 auctioneers. that
3
I
or
like
4.
going to
That
their
looks like
auctions.
5 fingers.
And there's probably a dozen
Yeah.
that I don't care what was there
2 hoots and a holler
or
for.
how cheap I could buy it. I ain't going to deal with them. And I ain't going to deal with these guys charge a buyer fee either.
No.
If I'm good enough to come to auction and bring my money, I ain't going to pay a buyer fee.
Well, you
when
need
you
to
pay a
ask
buyer
them-
fee, who's he working for? Is he working for the person selling the stuff, or is he working for the person buying it? He can't be working for both of them.
Well, you need to ask them for gas
That
money.
creates a dual agency. It ought to be against the law. It is in some places. It ain't in Arkansas, but it ought to be.
Maybe you need to talk to your congressman.
But a bunch of them guys started that stuff where they want to do that. I
Okay.
ain't gonna pay a buyer's fee. It's all there.
Okay, Gripey Box. Is that,
One time I went to auction,
yeah?
had all kinds of chainsaws and small engines and all kinds of stuff. Way down below BB, Arkansas. Drug my trailer down there, down by Ward, way back out in off the main roads. And I got down in there, and I went up there to get a buyer's number, and when I walked up there, she had a sign up there, a little cardboard sign. There'll be a 15% buyer's fee.
Holy
I
smoly.
just turned around and walked off, went back down there and got my truck and left and come home. Debbie laughed at me.
I
You
did.
know, so when I see them auctions and I ain't sure about them, I call them people up and ask them if they got a buyer fee. And one day I called the guy up and he said, yeah, we charge a buyer fee. And I said, well, I won't come now. I said, I'm not going to pay no buyer fee. He said, you feel that strongly about it? Yeah. And he said, well, when you get your number, he said, you tell that dealer, he gave me his name, that I said that to put on that number, no buyer fee.
Wow.
And he didn't charge me a buyer fee. I guess everybody else he did, but he didn't charge me a buyer fee that day.
Wow. Have you
my
got
son
clout
ain't
at the
gonna pay buyer
auctions?
fee.
Wowza. Hey, can you go with me when I go grocery shopping and tell them to not charge me, and maybe they won't charge me? And we can just run out the door with the shopping cart.
Well, if certain places you could do that. Seriously.
Really?
They, in California, they passed this law that unless somebody shoplifted $1,000 worth, they wouldn't prosecute them.
Well, shoot the dog. My groceries was $370 something the other day.
But
So I could
seriously,
have got $999 worth of groceries.
One of them sanctuary cities or something passed a law that
And the
unless-
grocery store is still open?
Well, no.
Probably not,
all the
yeah.
stores closed.
Yes.
And then they blame the store owners because they closed all the stores.
Yeah.
You know, you're racist for moving away from here, you know. Well, I mean, people go in there and they just laugh at them, said, we can steal $1,000 worth. They ain't going to do nothing to us.
Yeah.
And they just go and steal it.
What's happened to America?
Yeah, well.
It's full of bozos.
You know, it sounds ridiculous, but that's just exactly what they did in some place in California.
Wow.
I don't know, you know, if I'd been me, I'd have closed the doors of my store too, you know.
That's right.
You know, them people that run them business and stuff, they're not rich.
No.
A lot of times they're just, you know,
Paycheck
living
to paycheck.
paycheck, just
Yeah,
like
just-
the rest of us.
Okay, well, I guess that's all for this video.
Yeah,
Get over here. Say your thing, mister.
we'll say goodbye and good luck to you. I'm real dirty today. Debbie says I'm that little boy on Peanuts cartoon, Pigpen.
Yeah, Pigpen. I'm
Dirt just
surprised
jumps
there's
on
not a
me.
cloud
This
of
dirty
dust.
cloud follows me around.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Thank y'all for watching, and I hope you learned something from Randall's
we'll see how Vulcanizing work.
tar vulcanization.
See,
Oh, is it?
it's hardened up, cooled off.
Oh,
It's on
goody.
there.
Oh, goody, goody. Well, anyway, thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a great day. The weather here is like up in the 70s, and oh my gosh, it feels wonderful and nice. And y'all have the greatest of days, and please like and subscribe and comment below and share, because we love y'all. Bye.